Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sonia, and before we get started, I want to invite you to go ahead and subscribe to my channel and click on the little notification bell next to the subscribe button. That way you won't miss any of my new videos. And also follow me on these social media platforms, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up as well. So let's get started, guys. How many people are like me, who like to collect recipes? Recipes are written down to pass along and share with loved ones. They do go down many generations. In my family, we also have recipes that have been passed down along from my great-grandmother to their daughter, and then who would be my grandmother, and from my grandmother to my mother, and my mother to all of her daughters. And I also plan on passing down some recipes to my own children. I'm a huge fan of recipe collection. Many specialty markets that I frequently visit, they carry recipe cards for their consumers. They have them for free, and sometimes you can also purchase pretty ones like carved in wood and other materials, so those are also available to purchase. The ones that I have, I actually picked those up for free. They have them just displayed around the store, and you can pick those up. So I put my recipes in this beautiful tin, which I purchased from McGee & Co., which is one of my favorite designers up in Utah. I am completely in love with this. I mean, it has like floral designs on it. There's like herbs and lemons. The print is very pretty. And then I also think that it has like perfect femininity and just right up my alley. I mean, it's just so delicate and pretty. Now, I had all of these recipe cards just stacking up. Like every time I would go to these markets, I would just pick up one or two, like, oh, I'm going to be making this, this, and this. And then I just toss them in my kitchen drawer, and they have just been stacking up. So I was like, okay, now it's time for me to actually organize this and clear out this mess. I could use this drawer for something else. So what I did was take all of the recipe cards and I organized them according to different categories, like for soups, some for salads, some for desserts, chicken, meat, whatever I had. I stacked them into different piles. And then with this recipe tin, it comes with pre-categorized dividers, and those dividers are labeled, so it makes it so much easier to organize. Like you have all these recipe cards for your meat, and you put it in the meat section wherever it's labeled meat. Same thing for chicken or soups or salads or desserts, drinks, whatever you'd like. And you can customize this too. You can actually change out, the labels, and you can even write your own recipes. So it makes it really nice and very personable. It's not just like a generic thing you would just find in every household. So you can kind of customize and put your specialty recipes in there as well. Write those down, and they'll be in that box for you, ready to go whenever you need it, or if you need to pass it along to someone. Since I've wasted so much time collecting all these recipes, I figured I needed to give them a home, so that's what I'm doing. I am just organizing all my beautiful recipe cards, and when this box arrived, I was so ecstatic. It's just the perfect size. It doesn't take up too much space on your counter, and Lord knows, because I do not have much counter space to spare. I have the box sitting on like my marble cake stand. It's very small. It fits in the palm of your hands, I would say. It's very cute and quaint. Now this is like a file system. I know everybody has like a different system or a different method of how they collect their recipes. I actually used to have a different system. I had a binder that I have had for so many years, and unfortunately I lost that binder because we moved houses, and during the move a lot of things have gone missing somehow, or maybe we've left it behind and forgot to take it or pack it. I don't know, it just disappeared, and I could not find that binder, and it's really upsetting because I have collected so many different magazine clippings and so many special recipes that I've found. I have all stacked it in those binders, and it was just huge. I would say 4 or 5 inches tall. I mean, that's how much recipes I had in there, and it just saddens me that I don't have that anymore. But so I'm just starting fresh, and I have recently acquired all these beautiful recipe cards, And just to keep it like the uniformity going, I just go to the same location to get these recipe cards. That way they're all the same and not everything is like, you know, different sizes or, you know, different just material and all that stuff. So they just all look nice and uniform, and it just looks perfect. So I want to know what you guys do for your recipes. Like, how do you guys organize it? Do you guys even collect recipes in the first place? I know every time I'm like shopping somewhere, I am checking out and I'm looking at all these beautiful like cooking magazines and living lifestyle magazines, and they'll have like so many amazing recipes in there, and they're very attractive, and they just want, you know, they just call you like, oh my gosh, hey, make me, you know. So I like to collect you know, those kind of things, those magazine clippings and stuff like that, but they do become cumbersome, and it's just too much clutter, I feel like. So that's why I figured, like, I'm just gonna put in recipes that I will make and not have like the whole wide world in my recipe box. Just the ones that I make and the ones that my family will enjoy. My husband and I, we love food, so our kids love food, and we are just a food-loving family, and it goes back generations, I would say. Our whole family loves food, and we are obsessed with food. So I figured that this would be just the perfect and cutest little thing. It's just darling, and everybody has access to it. Like, my kids can go over and open the little tin up and look through a recipe that they might like to eat for the day, or they would like me to make. And I do have like these recipe cards that came with the tin itself, and you can also order some online additional cards if you need. You can also use like I guess index cards if you don't want to order and save some money that way. You can also just write down your recipes on your index cards and put those in there. So it's just a very like family friendly thing. It's not like just one person can use it. So my tin does seem a little empty right now because I only have just a few recipes that I have in there. But eventually I plan on growing that collection, and I do have enough space in here to put in a lot of more recipe cards in here actually. And it just seems kind of bare right now, but it'll be okay. I will be putting in more recipes once I start collecting some more, and I have the opportunity to find some very special recipes that I can share with my family and pass those along to my children. And this beautiful recipe box just sits right there on my kitchen counter on that beautiful marble cake stand that I have, and I look at it every day. It's there in my face and in my family's face more like, but yeah, we love it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and tell me in the comments below what you guys do, how you guys organize, and how you guys, you know, share your recipes with your family. If you have like some recipes that you want to share with me, please leave them below and I will write them down and put them in my recipe box and pass it along to my family, future generations and whatnot. So anyways, I will see you guys later. Have a good one. Bye.